The 45th USA presidential election ended with a victory for Donald Trump. This election is considered an extremely surprising result because in the polls prior to 8/11, most are predicted former USA Secretary would win. The 45th presidential election is commented with the most severity in American history. Donald Trump has 6 children with 3 wives. Donald Jr., Ivanka, and Eric are 3 children of his first wife, Ivana. Daughter Tiffany Trump is the happiness with second wife Marla Maples. With current wife Melania, he had a son named Barron. Donald Trump was named the most clamorous presidential candidate in American history. Besides his shocking speaks during his campaign, let's discover other sides of the 45th USA president with the hottest news. Number 1. Born with gold spoon. Donald John Trump was born on 14th of June, 1946 in the city of New York in a famous real estate family. He was the 4th child in the family of 5 siblings. Donald Trump's father Fred Trump, a famous businessman selling real estate in New York. Since 50 years ago, the family Trump had owned several $1 million for the rental apartment building in Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. We can say that Donald Trump was born identified as a tycoon, including the real estate business of American billionaire. Latter is also being influenced by his father. Number 2. Had been a disobedient child. Few people know that when Donald Trump was a little boy, he was unruly and stubborn. That's why when only 13 years old, his parents forced to send him on the military academy in hopes of teaching Donald Trump to behave properly. Perhaps this is the lucid decision of his parents. The academy has changed completely Trump's personality. He became serious and improved good academic performance, which has created a turning point in his life. Number 3. Education of billionaire Trump. Graduated high school, Donald Trump enrolled to study about economic at Fordham Synthesis University. Then he moved to school and got the bachelor's degree in economics from the Pennsylvania Synthesis University. Donald Trump grew up and matured in the furnace of the real estate business of his father. Graduated college. Firstly, Donald Trump worked in his father's company. Until 1974, the Donald Trump opened his own business company, the real estate business, as same as his father. Number 4. Stay away from stimulants. Standing on the pinnacle of success must have inevitably work pressure at times, but he always said no to alcohol, tobacco, and especially stimulants. Because deep down in his heart is the obsession by the death of his brother because of alcoholism for a long time. Before losing his brother, Trump warned not to go up his footsteps. Number 5. The wealth of soul. He is focused on human moral issues, thus he set out the views abortion as unethical behavior. He describes it as an anti-abortion and would prohibit late abortions, except in cases of rape, incest, or health problems. Number 6. Venture investment. Before becoming boss, Donald Trump must also work in the real estate company of his family within 5 years and, thereafter, to establish a separate company. Then, he borrowed his father's $1 million to build his own premises. Through many vicissitudes, ever filed bankruptcy for 4 times, both success and failure he also got, until now he has become a prominent billionaire and get into the top of the famous billionaires in Forbes magazine. With experience learning from father plus innate business genius and audacity of youth, Donald Trump with ambitions to dominate the market with huge-scale projects. In 1975, Donald Trump plunged into real estate battle with quite a large project. First is Commodore Hotel, then the Grand Hyatt New York Hotel and other major series of works. Much of the money invested by Donald's loan bank. Meanwhile, Donald is just 30 years old and he soon earned a reputation as a risk-taker, except adventure in business. Number 7. Cash King. Many people say that the business style of Donald Trump is stronger by rise, daring by money. Actually, it is only partly true. His money is bank's money, but Donald spends money really boldly. Sometimes to prepay, sometimes to deposit. As long as to get the contracts are wanted. When the opportunity is coming, he always decides immediately and demonstrates by sack of prepared cash. Number 8. Also be an actor and writer. No one suspects that a notorious traitor that has an aptitude for the seventh art. The Billionaire was awarded a Razzie Award for supporting actor in the worst film, Ghost Can't Do It, in 1990. Donald Trump has a passion for writing career before hitting a political vacuum in the presidency race. The number of books that Trump has written, about 50 books at least. His first book, The Art of the Deal, was published in 1987. Later he also published another series of other books related to the field of real estate business. Number 9. Ever own property? Billionaire board game. In 1989, Donald Trump launched a board game called Trump the Game. Basically the game is like Monopoly game, only difference is that instead of building hotels, players have to build casinos, and especially on the game boxes printed with the face of this unpleasant billionaire. So few people are willing to buy the game, and Trump also stopped releasing a short time later because of poor profit. Number 10. Mastering Miss Universe Contest. And if you do not know, Miss Universe Contest, which converge a lot of beauties coming from all over the world every 2 years, was once owned by Trump before he sold it to the company WME/IMG on September of 2015. Number 11. Say no to ATM. As a leader in modern reforms, but Trump is an anti-fan of ATM. In an interview with the program Late Night with Conan O'Brien, Donald Trump has revealed that he never used ATMs, simply because of the fear of trick. Number 12. Enjoy life. Making a lot money, and he also spent more to enjoy his creative achievements. Building Trump Tower in Manhattan is well enough to know some of the luxuries of him. Nearly 60 years old, but he's no different than Donald Trump 20 years ago. He knows how to take broaching, youthful dressy looks. He usually has dinner at a famous Chinese restaurant, where the US presidents often go to. Number 13. Hairstyle associated with Donald Trump. Trump's hairstyle has been studied widely and is often the focal point for humorous comments. His hairstyle is famous for its special shape, white gold sand, and in Vanity Fair described it as a kind of reverse double comb, fancy either direction. It is particularly striking in bright light environments. Number 14. Trump hates shaking hands. Shaking hands seems to be the minimum conversation of the business world. However, especially with Trump, he really hates shaking hands. Whenever forced to shake hands, the billionaire will use avoidance tactics by opponents to drag people down to pat the shoulder intimate. He explained that he does not like other people touching hands and then squeeze and shake longer, especially men. Number 15. In the dictionary of Donald Trump does not have the word failure. During the election process, many times he mentions Trump's business rules. Owed is nothing bad if it is not bad debt. Even the New York Times journalist also collected many documents proving that Mr. Trump had to declare bankruptcy for some companies he manages. But today we still can see the voluminous property of Donald Trump cause in his will that no word failure.
Thank you for watching my video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe my channel for my latest video.